Sokoto Network Center. I am Zainab Saeed Abdel Nasser. President Muhammadu Buhari leaves for London as part of his annual vacation.
Operations within and outside the country, especially our involvement in ECOWAS Standby Force that is being inducted into the Senegal, so that in the issue of their mandate
new orientation. Nothing absolutely to worry about, but a lot of goodwill, a lot of prayers are necessary at all times.
The president, who was seen off at the airport by the Minister of FCT, Muhammad Musa Bello, Justice Minister Abubakar Malami, his Chief of Staff, Abba Kyari, and the service chiefs, is expected to resume work on the 6th of next month. Before then, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo performs the function.
Constitution of the Gambia and carry out constitutional and legal reforms.
That I will well and truly
execute the functions of the office.
Execute the function of the office.
Of the President of the Republic of the Gambia.
Of the office of the President of the Republic of the Gambia.
That I will preserve and defend the Constitution.
That I will preserve and defend the Constitution.
He called on the military to return to the barracks and
people.
At the ongoing World Economic Forum in Davos, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo discussed with the private sector to stress that leadership and partnership is important to achieving the diversification plans of the Buhari administration. It was at a session with the business community on the economic situation of the country, as reported by Jide Onifadi.
Speaking at a forum with some businessmen and women on the economic situation of the country, the Vice President says so much has been done and more are on in revamping the economy. Government actions, he explains, have opened doors of opportunity in agriculture, mining, manufacturing, and other sectors, while not relenting in efforts to boosting oil production to generate necessary funding of infrastructure.
That partnership is crucial to practically everything that I'll be saying. It's crucial to our plans on economic diversification. It's crucial to all our plans on macroeconomic stability. It's crucial even to our social investment plans, which are, which we think is a very bold plan.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo also featured in a one-on-one interview session where he further highlighted federal government actions on economy, security, and diversification. The Vice President equally participated in a televised session alongside some African leaders on rebuilding Africa, where he expressed the effective cooperation of leaders on the continent as demonstrated in the war against Boko Haram. Further highlighted the need to pay more attention on the training of youth for a greater Africa.
Nigeria is obviously the primary investment hub, the primary investment destination for Africa, no question at all. I mean, everything in Nigeria speaks to that. Our problems at the moment, foreign exchange problems and all of those are clearly surmountable. And every smart investor has already seen that. They already know that. And that's the reason why there's such a bullishness about investing in Nigeria. They've seen that these are not very significant issues. We can deal with the issues.
Minister of Water Resources and that of Industry, Trade and Investment are part of the Nigerian delegation.
Nigeria, we have told the world what we are trying to do to get out of recession and moving forward. And there's no better place to do that than here. And a lot of progress has been made, and there's reason for optimism.
Although the country is in the cold with its economy, but taking steps critical to moving the people out of poverty into a land of opportunities and peace is what this government says it has committed itself to. From Davos in Switzerland, Jide Onifade, NTA News.
The House of Representatives has passed at second reading a bill for an act to make it mandatory for government ministries, departments and agencies to give priority to local manufacturers in the procurement of goods and services. The House also at plenary received the communication from President Muhammadu Buhari notifying the legislature of his intention to commence a 10-day vacation from Monday 23rd of January to Monday 6th of February as part of his 2017 annual leave. National Assembly correspondent Ignatius Nko reports.
In line with the campaign of the federal government on Made in Nigerian goods, launched in 2016 as part of measures to promote indigenous production and conserve foreign exchange, members of the House of Representatives passed at second reading a bill for an act to mandate ministries, departments and agencies to patronize locally made products. The bill is sponsored by Deputy House Leader Buba Jibrin.
The current procurement process is not favorable towards locally manufactured materials.
This is a good bill that is going to create employment. We start eating the food that we grow. A mere expression of opinion. If there is no legislation to back it up, the local manufacturers to make sure they also come up to the international standards. This bill will help us to walk the talk. And Nigerians are always good at borrowing ideas.
Members adopt
IDP camp. Anthony Fasson reports.
Federal government delegation had the Minister of Defense, Mansour Dan Ali, Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Air Staff, and other top military officers. At the State Government House in Maiduguri, the Chief of Staff to the President told the Governor that the federal government is deeply touched by the incident, which he described as unfortunate.
The President deeply regrets this incident and is sure that all Nigerians will join him in condoling the families of those who lost their lives, and that the government of the Federation of Nigeria and the Border Government will do all they can to treat those injured, and the armed forces will take extra care that this kind of disaster does not happen again.
Responding, Governor Kashim Shettima said Borno State is honored by the show of concern by the federal government and the military, their determination to return Borno back to its former state.
We are most grateful to the federal government for the support. And for us in Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe, we do not enjoy the luxury. We can't enjoy the luxury of insulting the federal government of President Muhammadu Buhari, because we were facing real existential threats. 3 years ago, Maiduguri was effectively encircled. You can't go beyond Ngom along Maiduguri-Dikwa Road.
At the show of the Kwas Palace, the delegation told the traditional ruler that President Muhammadu Buhari has directed that the military must ensure that they exhibit a high sense of caution during operations. The Shehu of Dikwa, Shehu Mohammed El-Kanami II, expressed appreciation to the federal government, saying their visit has rekindled their hope in the federal government and they will remain indebted. The delegation also visited the office of the United Nations Humanitarian Agency, where they expressed sadness over the incident. The Abakari-led federal government delegation was at the Maiduguri Specialist Hospital, where the injured are being treated. Anthony Forson, NTA News.
And now to our discussion segment. Sokoto State has been one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria. Issues of armed banditry and kidnapping had been alien. However, in recent times we have had some cases which are causes for concern for all. We have in the studio the Sokoto State Commissioner of Police, CP Muhammad Abdul Qadir. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Early this week, 4 local government staff were kidnapped. What could be responsible for this new trend of crime in the state?
Well, it's an isolated case which I want everybody to realize. One, we have banded with Samfara, where we have this pocket of insurgents who are there, and they had been infiltrated into the state, especially Isa. They were banded with Isa, and when they infiltrated, committed the act, and then they went back to Shinkafi area and then Maradun, where they are holed up there. But essentially, as I've told you, it's just it's not generalized incident per se. It's just an isolated case. The command is doing its best to ensure that our security architecture is enhanced, to ensure that the peace-loving people of this state enjoy their peace.
Okay, so sir, what is the situation of the kidnapped persons now?
The victims have been released. All the victims have been released. They are in good health, and they have reunited with their families.
Okay. Sagundumi Forest, the area where this incident occurred, is a very isolated area. What is being done to improve security in that area?
We have pockets of our policemen along that axis, usually PMA personnel, and we are going to increase our surveillance patrol along that route now. Already I've directed that two other vehicles, patrol vehicles, should be deployed to that axis so that they patrol along that area and ensure that there's peace and tranquility there.
So like you pointed out, so
we have also 3 patrol vehicles there. One is even 2 are static. One is even doing joint patrol with a vigilante in that area. So the area is secured. If you come to Arkila side, Grandare, we have taken out that axis. We have a patrol vehicle there with a phone that all the residents of that layout, they have a number of the patrol team. It's 24-hour basis, so they can call that number, and that patrol team, they will respond to them. So it has been. The security architecture have been working well for us in the metropolis.
On a general note, people don't feel safe going to the police to give information. Do you have any mechanisms apart from the people going to the police?
Basically, I don't see anything why anybody is not feel safe. We work for the people. So you should move near us. They should relate with us. If you don't relate with us, we don't know how we operate. We are friends. We are not enemies of the people. So they should be free to. Since I came here, I've been saying it several times. Even my PRO too have been saying the same thing. Relate with us. You know who we are. Then we know who you are. We are friends of the people. We are not enemies of the people. Honestly, people should feel free. I've been going around even to sensitize people on this issue of vehicle theft, and I've been discussing with individuals within the society. They should feel free to come and meet us. We are serving them, so we should subordinate to them and treat them with respect. And that has been my focus, that my policemen should treat fellow citizens with maximum respect.
On the issue of these car theft, what can people do to secure their vehicles, and then support and assist the police to do
I've advised car owners, and we have gone on here that if they cannot afford the tracking system, the parallel system is also very effective. That one, they can buy the parallel from any of these shops where they have been sold and fix in their vehicle. It will save them a lot of embarrassment. If you have a property of, say, about 1.5 million or 2.5 million, the parallel will not cost more than 5,000 naira, a good one, in the market. So that's why we have to secure your property. And I think if they follow it, it will save them a lot of embarrassment.
Okay, so what other security tips can you give people to stay safe?
Well, what I want to advise again, I observe another trend now, especially for motorcycles. What they do now is that if you want to steal a motorcycle, intending the criminal will park his own motorcycle, an old one, carry a new one, which is not registered. So individuals should also do the same thing as they are doing for their vehicle. They also do for their motorcycles as well. Is make sure that motorcycles are also well secured.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam.
And that is the best that we can take for now. Verification for local government junior staff across the state has commenced in all the zones designated for the exercise. NTA News crew monitored the exercise in Sokoto Central Zone at Wamoko Local Government Secretariat. Jetmi Ibrahim Ilele Dabori has the report.
NTA News made the officials entrusted with this exercise busy conducting the verification to the affected staff in accordance with their respective departments. The premises of the local government was filled to capacity by the junior local government staff waiting anxiously for their turn. Some of them told NTA News that they were happy with the decision of the state government to centralize their salary, which will go a long way in ending problems of omission, underpayment and non-payment of salaries of the affected local government staff. They complained that some of them have spent 11 months, 10 months, 6 months and 3 months without salary, while some are faced with a serious underpayment. Chairman, Junior Local Government Staff Verification Subcommittee for Sokoto Central Zone, Alhaji Chika Umar, said the exercise is going on smoothly. He said problems identified so far by the committee is that some of the affected staff are not genuine workers, as some have no application for employment, accepted letters, official signature, as well as official files, among others.
That aspect of documentation is very faulty. we see files, there are no valid documents that are supposed to be there. Some files are just there. There are no staffs, like even application for employment.
He assured of meeting the deadline given to them by the state government to complete the exercise. In Sokoto, Jabelela Dabore, NTA News.
And that's our package on Panorama this afternoon. Thank you for staying with us. Good afternoon.